It all started when my husband and I were marching toward retirement, and our lives were about to make an abrupt change. In case no one has shared with you, retirement can be a very scary time. Change can be hard, joyful, but scary nonetheless. And he being a country boy and I being a city girl, we came to the same desires, but let me tell you, from very different perspectives. We began to garden for the first time in over 40 years of marriage. I had no clue how to garden, how to preserve our food or prepare our home for an emergency, but we wanted to be as self sufficient as possible. So we began to learn. Our first garden came in 2020, and it became my place of peace. Working in that tiny garden, which has grown 4 times the size, was my prayer garden where I found joy and comfort. Actually growing our own food and herbs where we knew exactly how it was grown and what was put on the growing plants and eventually how to feed ourselves is such a wonderful experience. From there, we expanded into chickens, and we learned how to make our own organically grown medicine. And because we live in a hurricane zone, I even learned how to use things we already had around the house to help in emergency situations. I've always felt that we're stronger together in this world, and growing my knowledge of healing and helping others through things that God has already provided is such a treasure. I just had to learn how to utilize them. So the journey began. My goal in social media is to share this knowledge with the hopes that it can help others as well as our own family. I pray that sharing what I've learned will inspire you to do a little something in your own home that can bring peace over panic. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads under Ann Dale Homestead. We can do this together. And as the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future.